Palm Beach County just did 2,250 home sales in a single month. That's up 15% from a year ago. And the million dollar plus stuff, up 36%. That is not a market that's falling apart. So here's the question that actually matters this month. If demand is still climbing while everyone keeps waiting for some perfect signal, what exactly are they waiting for? Hang with me. Because the most important number in all of this is not the sales figure, it's a supply number, and it tells two completely different stories in the same zip code. Let me start with the headline everybody saw. Freddie Mac's national 30-year fixed average eased for a second week in a row, down to 6.65% for the week ending August 20th. It's a small move, but notice what happened. Sales did not wait for the rates to drop first. Demand was already moving before the number budged. That's the first thing I want you to sit with. People keep telling themselves they'll buy when the rates come down, but look at the actual behavior. Buyers across South Florida are transacting right now at these rates. So the story that everybody is frozen, waiting for cheaper money, doesn't match what the closings say. Here's where it gets more interesting. And this is the part almost nobody gets. There is no such thing as the South Florida market. When somebody tells me they're watching the market, my first question is, which one? Because the numbers underneath that phrase split hard. Take Miami-Dade, single family houses there are sitting at about 4.8 months of supply. Condos, roughly 12 months supply. Now, let me explain what months of supply even means, because it's the number that matters most and hardly anyone talks about it. Months of supply is just how long it would take to sell every home currently for sale if no new homes got listed. Under about 6 months, the sellers have an edge. Over 6 months, the buyers do. So, in the exact same county, houses are leaning seller and condos are leaning buyer. Same market on paper, two totally different negotiations. Watch how that shows up in real life. A Miami condo is now taking about 86 days to go under contract versus 65 a year ago. Houses are moving faster, so if you walk into a condo with the same aggressive mindset you would use on a hot single family listing, you're misreading the room. Condo buyers may have real negotiating leverage right now, but, and this is the catch, condos come with their own homework. The association's finances, the building's insurance and reserves. That's a separate underwriting question that can make or break your loan no matter how good your credit is. Now, let me widen the lens because this divergence is not just a Miami thing. Palm Beach County, I already mentioned, 15% more sales, and condo sales specifically up over 18%. Martin County did 288 sales, up 18.5%, with active listings down roughly 20% from last year. That is tightening. Fewer homes for sale, more of them selling. St. Lucie's up too, but there is a single people miss. Single family homes there are taking about 63 days to go under contract versus 52 a year ago. So inventory's tighter, but homes are sitting a little bit longer. That tells you the condition and the price still matter. Tighter supply doesn't mean your house sells itself. Now, here's the part I actually care about, and it's the reason I made this whole update. Every one of these headlines pushes you toward a single decision: wait or move. And waiting feels safe. It feels like you're being careful, but waiting is not a neutral choice. It has a cost, and the cost is quiet. Think about what actually happens while you wait. In Martin County, listings drop 20% in a year. That means fewer options every month you sit still. In Palm Beach, million-dollar sales climbed 36%, which means the higher end is competing harder, not backing off. And St. Lucie's single family median is up 2.6%, with the condo median up over 13%. Those prices moving up while somebody tells themselves they'll decide next quarter. The rate might tick down a fraction. Meanwhile, the price and the equity you would have started building both moved the other way. So the real question is the market good or bad? The question is too big to answer because there's no single market. The real question is much smaller and much more useful. What are the numbers for the specific home in the specific county in the specific building that you're actually looking at? That's exactly the work we do. We're independent mortgage brokers, which means we're not stuck selling one lender's products. We shop it, and we walk you through the real numbers, houses or condos, and tell you plainly whether waiting helps you or quietly costs you. No pressure, no hype, just the math for your situation. If you're trying to move in Palm Beach, Martin, or St. Lucie or Miami-Dade this year, book a call with us and let's discuss your personal situation and explore your next best move. The link is right below the video, and if these plain English breakdowns help you think clearly, subscribe because we do this every week.